Big welcome to today's demonstration class, decorating your Christmas door wreath, but also this is part of our 12 days of Christmas. So we have been busy since the 1st of December at 7 p.m. every evening. I have an itchy nose this evening. I'm going to have around one of you. At 7 p.m. every evening, we have had a free door wreath making class. And again, we've had great response, great interaction. So anyone that's watching there, comment below and let us know where you're watching in from. Obviously, if you have any requests, something that you'd like us to see, maybe some sort of themed wreath you'd like us to demonstrate, let me know in the comments and I'll try and oblige you. We are trying to get through all the requests as much as we can. And green seems to be the theme this year. The amount of people that green is the fashionable colour, people are decorating their houses and they're kind of going for a green theme. And with lots of requests for more of an insipid sort of green rather than our fluorescent green that we did. Do you remember the very first night when we did our wicked themed wreath? If there's anybody watching, I'm not using that colour tonight. Again, if there's anybody watching and you've missed out on any of these free classes, scroll down through the Case Flower School page. And as I said, over the 12 days of Christmas, you have 12 free classes at 7 p.m. every evening, but also every morning at 7 a.m. in the morning, I have Christmas top tips for getting your business off the ground for Christmas, but also Christmas top tips on techniques and mechanics and materials that you can be using. So tonight I'm kind of going for using a lot of artificial material, just to give you an idea. These are like little bushes that you will pick up in the flower wholesalers, in your local flower shop, in walk around shops. And you can see off that one bush, there's loads of snow on this, the snow is coming up. There's loads of little branches, okay? So what I'm going to do to the branches is I'm going to cut that branch in half, just get the scissors in there, and then cut the other half off. And the same there, cut that in half and cut the other half off. So you can see the mileage I can get out of a bunch like that. And you'll buy something like that off the likes of Evergreen Silk Plants. They're based in Ardee, County Louth. He has these in silver and gold and red and burgundy as well. And then you can see what I'm doing is I'm getting a 20 gauge wire, making a little hook, resting it on the end and wrapping the wire around the stem. So out of the one branch, I was able to make two separate pieces, but out of the bush, I probably got about 40 pieces. Like, it was great mileage. And it's all about knowing how to use up the wires. So a lot of the material tonight is stuff like this that I have been wiring up in advance. This is another little bush that I picked up again in Evergreen Silk Plants. They're in Ardee, County Louth. And again, it's just a little artificial bush. And you can see there's lots and lots of little branches off it, okay? So that's kind of like what the bush looks like. Now again, what I'm going to do is like a kind of a senecio, is I'm just going to cut a few of them. 3 probably is loads. I'll use that in another wreath. And then them 3 little pieces, I'm just adding a wire. So little hook, wrap it around, little hook on the end of this one, wrap it around, and a little hook on the end of this one and wrap it around. So that's the thing about artificial flowers. Silk flowers, faux flowers. Once you know how to use wires, you know that way you can get great value out of it. Now, if you were doing flower arranging, artificial flower arranging, you need to be a little bit neater, and there is other techniques that we use. So most of you don't know that we actually run an artificial flower arranging course. It's an online course. So again, you can do it at your own pace. And we do have a free sundries kit that comes with it, you know what I mean, giving you like an option. We've only recently added in the kit and it'll be some of the materials that you can use. It won't be everything that you can use, but some of the materials. We've kept the price of that course quite low because again, we're keeping the materials like down really low on it. But what you can do, if there is anybody watching and you're interested in learning how to do artificial flower arranging, we do have an artificial flower arranging sample trial course. It's completely free. Drop me an email, info@caseflowerschool.com. In the subject bar, put the free silk course. Send me an email, info@caseflowerschool.com, and I'll get that sent out to you. So because I have this in my hand, I might as well work away with it. So I'm just picking 3 different areas because I have 3 of them, okay? I'm picking 3 different areas on the wreath, hitting the branch, sticking that wire down into the base, Where the wire comes through the other side, I'm making a horseshoe bend and sticking it back up into the base securely, and that's what will hold that in place. So what I'm going to do is just pick 3 areas on the door wreath, divide it up as evenly as I can. Like, there's no way it's absolutely perfect, but as best I can, I'm just dividing up them 3 pieces. Now you're probably looking at this base and you're saying that it looks like she's put snow on it, but it's just because I think the snow was going up my nose as well. It's just because I was working with snow decorated foliages, the artificial, and it just seems to have went all over the place. So can you see them 3 little pieces of artificial? Now again, I had another bush, and there was 3, they're like snowballs, so it's like 3 balls there, and again they're covered in snow, and I broke them up and I wired them the same way I did that artificial foliage there. And again, just throughout the base, I'm doing exactly the same thing, and I'm sticking the wire back up into the base to secure it, and I'm just going to evenly divide up these 3 kind of white snowballs, because that's really what they look like, into my door wreath. Now again, over the past few nights, I've been doing remembrance wreaths as well. And there probably is somebody watching and saying, well, Janette, could you use this as a remembrance wreath? Absolutely. You know my thoughts when it comes to artificial wreaths or when it comes to remembrance wreaths. I always feel, do them luxury, do them nice. Don't do them skimpy. But I'm going to do this one tonight, particularly as a kind of an actual door wreath, okay? So I have 6 pieces in it so far. So them little bunches of greenery that I started off demonstrating. So what I'm going to do now is just work around the outside of the wreath, and I'm just adding it in. So this is going on top of the fresh spruce that's already in the wreath. So these wreath bases, these are pre-made wreath bases, and we buy them in from a company called Irish Green Guys. They're based down there in Kerry. And it's an Irish company, obviously Irish foliage, locally grown foliage, and they actually produce amazing stuff. So somebody, if they would maybe tag them in the comments there underneath, I'd really, really appreciate it. Normally Noreen or Irene are on there, and they can do that for me. I'm just fishing around there just to find a little gap there for sticking my wire back up into it. So I'm just going around the outside, and you can see the way I'm just adding in. It's like a kind of an artificial leylande with snow on it. That's what this foliage looks like. And I'm just dividing it up as best I can all the way around the outside, and I'll probably add a little bit in towards the middle as well. So again, I'm keeping to kind of the greens, you know, that way greens and creams with a little bit of the snow. The snow came on it. Now if anybody is watching this and you're thinking, yeah, I like that, but the material that you buy hasn't got snow on it, just go into the walk-around shops, Mr. Price, the pound shops, the euro shops, etc. They all sell the artificial snow, and just spray the snow on it yourself. It'll do exactly the same job. Now every night for the 12 days of Christmas, when we're doing these demonstration classes at night time, we're always having a giveaway. And I see some people are on the ball already. They're already entering the competition, and I haven't even announced it yet. So what is the competition? For the competition, we're going to give away 3 online mini Christmas programs, okay? So these programs will contain 6 or 7 different Christmas designs, all done step by step, whether it be door swags, candle arrangements, Christmas arrangements, etc. And these can be used for decorating your own house, or again, even to do as presents. So they're all step by step, you know, that we're going through the detail of exactly what we're using. And it would definitely be suitable for a beginner or somebody that maybe has doing flower arranging, but just is looking for another few ideas. So I'm going to give away 3 of these programs here this evening. So we'll actually announce the winners at the end of this class. So what we need you to do to enter, there's 3 different options for entering, okay? You can just say, pick me in the comments, and I'll randomly pick a winner at the end of the class. Now just to show you there, that's what it's looking like so far with our artificial leylande going through it. Have a bit more left, but I'm happy enough with what I have in. So now this was another artificial flower that I picked up in the likes of Evergreen Silk Plants or O'Neill's Flowers or wholesaleflowers.ie based here in Dublin. So again, it's an artificial flower, and it had snow on it. We're full of snow here this evening, but you can put your own snow on. And again, I broke it up. I wired each piece, you know, that way. So again, I'm getting great mileage out of it. You know what I mean? It's working out, you know, even though I'm using a lot of material here tonight, it would have worked out more expensive if I hadn't have broken it up, you know what I mean? And got all the number of pieces of it that I actually did. Scissors is catching us there on the table. So I see a few of you are already writing pick me in the comments. What's the other option for winning? The second way of winning one of our prizes tonight, okay, is to name off one of Santa's reindeers, any of the reindeers at all. And remember, you can enter as many times as you wish. And if you know all 6 or 7 Santa's reindeers, again, you can name them all there in the comments for us. The third way of winning is all you have to do is say that you have shared our video. Now make sure you do share it, okay, because we'll check up. So again, click the share button and share this video to your own page. And I know lots of you have been saying to me that you've been doing this each night. So it means like even next year, like if you want to get organised early for Christmas, oh my God, snow was going up my nose, you will be able to look back at these videos because they will all be on your page. So click share. Share it to your own page, but also if you happen to be a member of a flower club, you know what I mean, or a ladies club or a knitting club or a mother and toddler club, etc. Why don't you share it into the club and let them have a look at it as well, share it into the group. Now again, just to show you, that's what it's looking like so far with them little green balls going through it. So you can see it's really coming together. I have one left, but I feel I've enough in. This was like a little spiky grass, okay? That again, it came as a bush, and I'm just going to use it for textures. So when I'm doing flower arranging with our students, as in fresh flower arranging, whether it be bridal bouquets, funeral work, event or hotel decoration, I'm always about using lots of textures in their flower arrangements, in their wedding bouquets, etc. There's nothing as boring as making a flower arrangement in just carnations and nothing else. Now, there's nothing wrong with carnations, but you know the way you'd go up to your supermarket and you just buy a bunch of carnations, you know the way, bring it home, make a flower arrangement of it, and I'll be completely honest, it's going to be boring, do you know that way? So you need like lots of different shaped flowers. And there's no point in getting large carnations because large carnations are the same shape as a baby carnation. But if you were to mix some roses in and out through it, roses are a different shape to your carnations and it would look completely different. Or if you mix Germany in and out through it, Germany are a different shape to your roses and your carnations. And again, it's all about different textures and different shapes. But even with your foliages, like when we're using foliage with our students, we nearly always use, I'm absolutely killed here with the itch here tonight, I always use the likes of eucalyptus and pittosporum, and they look absolutely wonderful, you know that way, in flower arrangements, wedding bouquets, funeral tributes, etc. And there's nothing wrong in using all the one type, but by mixing it, or often what I do with the students is when we're sending out their foliage, I ask our grower, send them out a mixed bunch. So send them out different varieties of eucalyptus so that they mix them in their arrangements and it looks so much nicer. Now I'm not finished, but this is what it's looking like so far. So you can see like lots of textures, lots of different shapes in the arrangement. Now this was actually part of, do you see them large white snowballs? When I cut them off, I was left with all these long little pieces of grasses, okay, that was left on the stems. And I just wired them up, added a wire to it, and again I'm just adding it into the wreath for texture. I didn't want to throw them in the bin, like, because I thought they were lovely, and again they're coming out a little bit longer than some of the other material, so I'm keeping them to the center of the base, and I actually like them. I think it looks well. Love a bit of feedback in the comments, like, you know what I mean, overall the nights, the people that have joined in over the last few, you know, 12, well, we're not on our 12 tonight yet, but anybody that has joined in, which one did you like the best? You know, that way, what colour wreath did you like the best? Like, we've had lots and lots of different coloured ones. Did you like the glitzy ones? Did you like the natural ones? Give us a little bit of feedback in the comments there. And remember, like, you're not offending anybody, you know what I mean? If you didn't like something, it's absolutely fine. Don't bother watching us again if you didn't like it. I'm only joking. But it is good for us to get a little bit of feedback. And as I said, if there's something that you'd like us to demonstrate, you know, that way, let us know about that as well. Remember, on our very last night, okay, 12th of December, we are doing our Zoom class, okay? So make sure that you sign up for that as well. Now, the last thing I'm going to add in now through this is a couple of our lotus heads and a couple of pine cones. So just here and there, in and out through the base, just to kind of show you there. I'm adding them in, and again, it's going to give us lots of textures. Now, I already have my lotus heads wired up. I also have the pine cones wired up. So it is saving a lot of time with these demonstration classes, rather than you watching me, you know what I mean, from scratch, cutting everything up and wiring everything, because sometimes it gets boring. And life seems to be on fast forward now, and everybody wants everything fast, okay? So that's why, again, this one's not wired. So all we do is we stick a wire through one side, out through the other, bend it over, and wrap it around. And if you've been watching any of our 7 a.m. classes in the morning, I'm doing up close and personal with all these little techniques. So again, you can watch all of them on the replay. If you find like you have missed loads of them, they're obviously all still there on the Kay's Flower School page. And we post some of them over on the Instagram, but also our YouTube page. Most of you know that we have a YouTube page. And again, any of the videos that we post up here on Facebook and on the Instagram, we post them all over on YouTube. And there's hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of video over on YouTube, and it costs you absolutely nothing to watch them. I was amazed when we were in America. Most of the Americans actually followed us on YouTube rather than follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We're here in Ireland and the UK, Facebook and YouTube seem to be our biggest kind of social media platforms. But over in America, it's definitely YouTube. So there is hundreds of videos over there. They're absolutely free. So pop over, and again, you can spend a couple of hours going through the material there. And there is room underneath videos for posting any comments, or again, posting any questions. Now, I do be a little bit slow on getting back to all the questions over on YouTube, I'll be honest, okay? And because it just be busy enough trying to keep up the Instagram and the Facebook pages, answering all the questions there. Now, I think just one more cone, that one wasn't wired. And let's say I will be nearly there. So I just hold this up now, just to give you an idea, just so that you can see what it looks like. Now, I don't have the green velvet ribbon handy, but I think we left it at home, dear. I think that's why it's not handy. But what I'm planning to do is get, like, say, Deirdre's just going to have a look there quickly. But I'm nearly sure I have it at home, because I was doing a demonstration there yesterday and I brought it. Have you got something? No, doesn't matter. You've seen me the other night. What my plan will be is to get a green velvet ribbon, do a little hook on it, and just have 2 strips of ribbon coming down. I'm not going to do a bow on this wreath. I just think it's luxury enough. I think it's, you know what I mean, it's fancy enough, and it doesn't really need a big bow. But I know some of you are watching and you'd love to put a bow on it. So again, I've given you plenty of choices over the last 12 nights, or the next few nights, whatever. I've given you lots of choices of different ways of decorating it. So again, the giveaway. If you want to enter our giveaway competition, all you have to do is say pick me in the comments. All you have to do is click share, but tell us that you have shared our video. Or otherwise, what you could do is name one of Santa's reindeers. And then later on, we'll go through all the comments and we'll randomly pick 3 of you. I'll comment under your name so you'll know you have won, and I'll ask you to email us so that I can get you to send us on the link. For everybody else, if you would like that free sample course of our artificial faux flowers silk flower arranging course, send me an email. info@kaysflowerschool.com. Put silk flower arranging, the free course, in the subject bar, and I'll get that out to you today.
I'm asking you to lift it up so you can see.
Oh, lift it up to have a look at it. There you go. So there is our Christmas Door Wreath for anybody that's into that kind of like green theme that seems to be around, sage. It seems to be very, very popular this year. But again, I am trying to account for everybody. Did you see the pink one that I did? Like, that was a gorgeous one. And the silver one, and then our mad coloured ones, and our natural ones, and our rustic ones. We are trying to cater for everybody's taste. So again, let us know in the comments, which one would you like to see tomorrow night or the next night. And again, join us at 7 o'clock in the morning for today's or tomorrow's Christmas top tips. Have a great day.